Okay, this is Christel here, and I promised you a sneak peek into 2022, and that's what I'm going to give you. In the meanwhile, do remember that the contest is still open, so you can still win a free tarot reading. The announcement of the winner will be done beginning of January, I think around the 10th, but I'm not really sure. But the contest closes on December the 31st. You can enter in the contest, and by doing so you have to do you just have to put, I am so confused now, you just have to put the words Angel 2022 in the comments, and you can do that here on YouTube, you can do that on Twitter, on Instagram, on my Facebook, on my TikTok, wherever you want, you can do that, and then I will enter your name into the contest, and then I will announce it around January 10th. And the last day to enter is December the 31st, but you can put it in any video, yeah? So the more you enter, the more chance you have of winning. So keep that in mind, and that's always easy when you subscribe and hit the alarm bell, because you know when videos come out, and you will also know about that announcement when it's going to come out, and whether you are the winner, yes or no. Now, let's dive into the sneak peek. I'm not doing this in a certain order or in the order of the zodiac signs. I'm doing this randomly, and I just pulled I just pulled a sign randomly from a little box, and I'm doing the readings in the order as I have drawn them. So it's a surprise when your sign is going to come up, so just keep an eye out and subscribe, maybe then you know. Hello Aquarius, this is your sneak peek into 2022, and I'm going to do this a bit different. First of all, I want to apologize for not posting as many things on YouTube as I used to. It's been hectic, it's been completely, everything that happened sort of upset my agenda, my planning, and everything was then down the drain. So I had to throw the bathwater out, keep the baby, but needed to reschedule and needed to just adapt and also rest up. But here I am. Here is your reading. So I'm going to do it big views into like big, I'm just going to put this a little bit up like that, into various subjects. Just having a quick look with various decks. You see I have many decks out. I will end with 4 oracle cards anyway, but I'm going to use these 4 decks to do the reading, and I'll do them a little bit intuitively. Whatever calls my intuition, I will use that deck. Also the number of cards, etc, etc. But we're going to start with this deck, which is the Soul Coaching Oracle. And it's by Denise Lin, and I'm going to use this to pick your word. It's your word for the year. It's a word that you can use to ground yourself, when it can help you. It can help you set goals. It can help you set intentions, but it also can help you ground yourself when times get rough. So let's see what your word is. As always, all the decks have been shuffled, and I'm picking one for you, just randomly. And that card will be out for the whole reading, because all readings will be connected to that. And that is your reading. That is your card, Simplicity, which I really love, Aquarius. Deep, profound serenity is expanding in my life. It's about keeping it simple. It's about keeping it to, basic, not complicate things when they don't need to be complicated. I'm going to get the booklet anyway. Let's have a look. Simplicity, what else does it say? Here it is. It says, do what matters and release the rest to find peace, grace, and stillness. Clear internal and external clutter. So it's not about cluttering up your life with to-do lists from here until Tokyo or wherever you live, so that it's the whole world round. No, it's about making it simple, keeping it balanced. A busy life and the accumulation of more than you need creates static. It can be difficult to hear the voice of spirit when there's mental chaos in your life. So it's also about clearing your thoughts, all the thoughts that muddle you up, that sort of keep you in stress, in overwhelm. Those need to be cleared as well. So that word, whenever you get into the place of overwhelm, of things being too hectic, go back to this word and ground yourself. So I'm going to leave that out here, and I'm going to start now with the general outlook. The general outlook, it's only 3 cards. It's from the Light Seers Tarot. I've shuffled them, I've got the decks, but I'm doing it like that anyway. So sometimes I reshuffle, don't worry about that. It's just like it is. Anyway, let's see. So we start with the Ace of Swords, which already I connect this to that. Death and rebirth, yes. Knight of Cups. Yeah, that Ace of Swords already. Look at that spiral thinking. What I call loop thinking. It's thinking over and over and over again, and there's no solution, but there is a solution. Simplicity. Just cutting out all the things and all the overthinking. Just, narrow it down. See what is most important to you. And don't keep fretting over things that you have no control over. Don't panic over things you have no control over. Because that's the thing. We are in great times of change anyway. And there's little control. I mean, if anything is proven here with this virus that we have been living with for 2 years now, that we have little control over things, and that I think as human beings in general, as the world globally, we should learn to flow more and to put less stress on things that are not as important. And materialism is not that important, really, if you think about it. I mean, wanting it all and wanting it all just to keep it. It's making your living, yes, but then it has to go out again so that money can flow. Money is energy, remember? Now I feel here, which is Death and Rebirth, this card indicates that this year will be a lot of, simplifying, yes, narrowing down the things that are important to you and putting out those and putting aside those that are not important to you. This can be things, events, situations. This can also be people. There is this big transformation going on. And this is this year where there's a lot of inner work. And you will probably feel that in all areas of your life. You will be doing a lot of inner work. And that will result in sort of a completely new you that will emerge this year. And that new you can be emerging the whole year, but sort of at the end of the year, you will be really feel probably also more in tune with your true self, because you have weeded out all the unnecessary things and people in your life. And this Knight of Cups is a little bit strange here, but I feel that really what this is about, when I look at the picture, yes, I'm looking at the image, I'm not reading the card in a traditional way. I'm seeing the horse coming towards this person holding the heart. This is you and your true self. Let's say it like that. And it's coming together. It's you getting nearer, and that I'm reading it like that because of this card as well, the Death and Rebirth card. You're coming to the conclusion that you want to be more authentic, that you want to be more you, and the true needs, the true wants, the true you. It's really important. So I really see this as a year of big inner work, and that will not always be easy. Hence also that Ace of Swords, like this has been going on for long, but now you're saying, stop, I'm not going to do this any longer. I'm really going to focus on this work. And so a more authentic you will be coming out. And that, I feel this is really you at the end of the year, where these two converge, you and your inner self, your true authentic self. Now, it's always very easy to talk. It's easy to talk about authentic self. And what is that? I mean, it's a very vague concept. It's also a very maybe woo and spiritually bypassing subject, yes. But I think that we all know and have places where we know that we're not really being honest to ourselves. And I feel that true authenticity starts with that, with being honest to yourself, honest about those things that you say, no, that's not really working for me. That is not really good for me. I feel drained when I'm around that person or when I have to do this or that. And it takes a lot of honesty to yourself first to do the inner work and to start simplifying and to become authentic. Yes. I mean, that's my point of view. So I'm just going to leave it at this and we are going to move on. So you'll be seeing me whenever I put the cards back and I'm going to shuffle or take another deck. I may fast forward so that I don't bore you to death with me shuffling cards. Okay, so let's have a look. We did the general outlook. I have to look at my notes. So now we're going to have a look at your career. We're going to use this deck and maybe this one, but we'll see. So let's have a quick look into your career. I'm going to read for those that are, as independent entrepreneurs, have their own business, and for those who are in a job. And usually the cards don't have to be different because usually they are, and I will hold the cards up in my camera, so don't worry about it. Usually they can be read for both. The Six of Wands, Three of Cups, King of Cups, Cups, Heart is involved. The Six of Pentacles, Judgment, and the World. Wow. I love this World also. I'm going to start with this World because that's what really draws me. And that's also because of the simplicity card, yeah, because you're doing that inner work. Remember that death and rebirth card in the general outlook. It feels like there is really a phase of your life is going to end during this year. And this is probably really nearing the end of the year that you're going to say, okay, I'm going to do things differently. Whether you have a business, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you are working for someone, it feels like you're saying, okay, I'm stopping to do it like this way and I'm going to do it in a different way. An end of an era. This is sort of what I read it. And it feels like you're stepping into the world completely renewed with new ideas, with new aspirations as well. And because I'm reading this like that because of the Judgment card, because there is this call, something higher. I mean, the Judgment card, you can already see it, the angel, what is it? The horn, they're calling people, and then you have resurrection. It's also a rebirthing card. So you already had two of those. You had the death card as well. So here in your professional life, it feels like you have to do something and you're going to do something completely different. Now, that can be you either, if you are in a job, you're going to step out and you become independent, you're going to work for yourself, or vice versa. You were an entrepreneur, you're going to work for somebody else, but it can also be that you have a completely new way of looking at your job or being in your job. You can maybe even change jobs if you're working for somebody else, and this is a much needed change. But if you're an entrepreneur and have your business, there's also something that needs to change, whether that it's going back to work for somebody else or changing your whole the way you work, the way you offer your products, the way you deal with people in a business way. It needs, there is some changes, and I feel these changes are really necessary also, again, because it needs to be more simple, because you don't need all the overwhelm, you don't need all the hecticness, you don't need that. And I feel that is what you're going to work through, because here with the Three of Cups and the King of Cups, that is what you want. You want a more heartfelt. You want your heart to be in your business again, your heart to be in your job again. And maybe you have lost that a little bit along the way because of everything that's happening in the world, because maybe things happening in your life. But it feels you're going to succeed into bringing, your heart back in, your passion back in, your fire back into whatever it is you're doing. So if you're an entrepreneur, I also think that you're going to get together with other people. Even if you're working a job, new teams. New teammates that you can work with well. If you're an entrepreneur, you have your own business, I feel you're going to collaborate and work with people that you trust and that, have the same values, the same, they worry or they care about the same things as you do. And that's important because I think with this King of Cups, it's asking you to connect really to whatever your heart is telling you to do and to listen to that. Now, it's funny that I left behind till the last part, the Six of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, 2 sixes. Now, for me, I feel this Six of Wands, because this is the beginning card. It was the first card I put down. I feel this is you striving for different things. You have this need in your professional life to have more fire again. The heart needs to be in it, that authenticity, that simplicity. And that is what you're going to work for. The horse is future-oriented. It looks a little bit back, but it is directed to the future. And yeah, so you're working towards more passion again in whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe you have lost that fire a little bit, Aquarius, and maybe that is, or maybe you need really a different challenge, and really listen also to your intuition here, because that is very important. There is a call for change, for being reborn also in your professional life. And how that will play out for you, of course, is different, because every Aquarius is different. Some of you will have a job. Some of you will have be an entrepreneur. Some of you will have really like a corporation or a business and with people working for them. And if you have that, you also need to have people that surround you that you can trust and that you can that feel good to be around. Not people that drain you. That is that simplicity again. It's weeding out everything that is tiring, draining, is putting you on edge. That needs to be weeded out also in your professional life. Now I feel here with this Six of Pentacles, I feel this has really nothing to do with earning your money. We will have a look at money and finances in a moment. But I feel that this card really is you looking at what is needed in the world, but also what is needed within you here. That. And it's give and take. Yes, it's give and take, but I feel it's give and take in values. I feel you're going to get a new outlook in your business to see what is really important in your business, but that you can also share in the world and that people will like. And you're considering this, and this is the work you're going to do. These 2 sixes for me is you working hard at new values in your business, but also rekindled energy and putting your heart back in your business or in your job. Because in your job as well, it needs to be according to your heart. I mean, we have here these cups, very important, but we also have this card of being reborn. Judgment is a very powerful card. And it feels like really at the end of the year, you will step into the world, into the professional world, with a whole new outlook, with a whole new set of values, what is important for me and my business, but what is also important for my clients. And you have checked that out and you are working towards that. So this is very intense. But again, this card is here as well, simplicity. So I feel that whatever it is you're doing, whether you're doing a job or whether you have your own business or you're an entrepreneur, like a small entrepreneur with a small little business, it needs to be simple. Do not complicate things. Do not overcomplicate things. Do not overthink things, but trust your gut instinct as well with these 2 cards, and surround yourself with people that also sort of support you in that decision to simplify and to follow what your heart is giving you. So this is going to be an interesting year. Just let me have a few more cards and then we'll go to the money and finances. But that's going to be quick. 2 of Cups, another Cups card. So again, make contracts, work with people you can trust, and that have a little bit the same gut feeling as you. It's not always easy, but you can do it because the Three of Wands is there. The Three of Wands tells me that at the end of the year, you will be looking back on the year and say, yes, I mean, this is much better way to work. This works for me. This is much more to my heart, and I feel much better doing it like that. And that is also going to bring you money in, where is my, this is like this, and this is like that. It's also feels, yeah, it's going to bring you money, but it feels a bit like a new way to make money because, yeah, you're doing a major overhaul in your professional life. Also, don't forget that in the general outlook, we had the death and rebirth card. And that is, of course, also influencing these cards. So there is a major transformation, even in your professional life, will be going on. And it asks you to be more authentic, again, more simplicity, more connected to your gut and your heart, and and surrounding yourself with good people in whatever you do, because it will end like a phase is ending and you'll step into a new way of being in your business with these two cards. I should have put really these two cards together because they really go together. And that is, of course, nearing the end of the year. Because this is really a year where there's the hard internal stuff needs to be taken care of and done. And that is not done in one day. So also keep that in mind, Aquarius. So I'm going to have a quick peek now in money and finances. Okay, the Hermit. Another King of Cups. And another Ace of Swords. So I feel that maybe there are some worries about money with these two. But I don't think it's anything major because the Hermit is a slower card. So when you're making all those changes in your business, for example, it will take a while for it to take, and then it will take a while before, it generates new money. Remember that Page of Pentacles, also a new way of money. It slows things down. It slows, maybe your income may be slowing down. But if you have a business or something like that, maybe don't worry too much about it, but also think of how you can invest your money in a better way. I feel there is an aha moment here with the Ace of Swords where you can see how you can make your financial life better. And again, there is this instinct involved. There is like, okay, trust your heart in it as well. See what is important to you and invest your money there, or make your money in ways that are like, for example, if nature is important for you or the climate is important for you, make sure that the business decisions you make or the money decisions you make, that you can help in, by investing in funds that are based on the New Deal, the Green New Deal, on climate change, on ecological projects, on new renewable or sustainable energy or projects. Anyway, there is this thing, and you need sometimes to think about that a little bit. The Hermit is a slow card, yes, but it's also a solitary card. It's a card of saying, you need to think about that. How can I do that? How can I make my money work for me, but in a sustainable way, in an ecological way, in a true way? But there will be ideas. You will have new insights in that as well. Again, here it's about simplifying your money situation as well, by maybe having someone who invests for you, but you can trust. Again, you need that person. You need to trust that person. It can also be having, insights in how you can make your savings or create more security for yourself. There will be new ideas. There will be new ways, but those ideas are connected in some way to that inner change you're doing as well. That's simplifying. So I'm not going to go much because I am not a financial advisor, and I'm just doing this quickly, and that's why I'm only taking 3 cards. I'm now going to have a look in your inner circle, family and friends. your nearest and dearest. I'm going to use the Everyday Witch Tarot, which is a new deck I have. And it's the first series of readings I used them in, but they are quite fun to use. So let's see. Let's have a look at your inner circle. Nine of Cups, Three of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and Seven of Cups. It's funny you should end here with two sevens, where, you know, this, I'm going to read them first. The Seven of Wands is like a little bit of a defensive, you know, you're fighting at people, and here is where you can't choose. So in that inner circle, because of your transformation, it can be that some people do not understand you and you're making a stand. You're really standing up for what you believe in. You're really standing up for those values that you're now adhering to with the Page of Pentacles. So it's very important that you do that, because you need to be, again, we have another Three of Cups. Remember, there was a Three of Cups in the business cards as well. You need to surround yourself with people you can trust and people that you feel safe with, not people that backstab you. Those you need to make a stand against, and those you need to weed out. And I feel that is that seven. To really see who belongs in your inner circle and who doesn't. I think now is the year to do that. And because of this simplicity, again, weeding out the people that are toxic, the people who are not supportive of you, who really, you know, do not have your best interests at heart, weed them out. This is the time to make a stand and say, listen, I'm not having it. I'm not having that you're not supportive, that you are always, it's always about you and never about me. You're not supporting me because I am supporting you. You know, that kind of people. You need to get them out of the way. That is those two sevens in my, in my view, because you need to surround yourself with these people, with people who support you and people who are like-minded. Now, that doesn't mean that they always have exactly the same opinion about everything, but their core values, their core system, their core beliefs, you know, the fairness, the justness, they have that. They have sort of those things that you find important, they also find important, maybe in a different way, and maybe they have different beliefs about that. But yeah, they do. Now, I feel in a way, here, this Nine of Cups, she's sitting in front of these Nine of Cups. And I feel this is the end card, really. These are the cards what needs to be done, and this is what will happen. You will have the right people in your life. At the end of the year, you will have simplified your inner circle as well, meaning you will have you are completely done with those that you drain you, that are always nagging about themselves and that never have your good interest, or they don't respect you and your boundaries. They're always breaking those boundaries. You're going to weed them out here with the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Wands. But then you are going to be left with this inner circle, you know, family and friends that really support you. Again, Three of Cups. But you will be there at the end of the year. So that is a very good thing. Anyway, let's go on. And we are going to move on. And that's for the single Aquarians among you. Your love for you, relationships for singles, those that are single. Okay, I'm going to get these cards here because I'm going to pull some extra cards from here. They're right, yeah, okay. Anyway. I feel for those of you that are single anyway, there is going to be a complete change and whole over of that as well, because I feel that you are longing for somebody in your life and to create a home, a family, but even, you know, a home situation, a more solid relationship with. You're longing for that. And I feel you have been longing, you know, that is really what you want this year for yourself. again, it has to do with the simplicity, but it also has to do with that rebirth card, the death and rebirth card from the general outlook. It feels like you're ready to start become more serious in your relationships and create a relationship with security, where you can count on the other person and where you can really share things. I mean, the Six of Cups here is you longing for somebody to share your love with, to share your life with, and to have that come in your life. Now, it's very interesting that this is what you're longing for, these first three cards. But I also feel that it's good that you have these two cards. First of all, there's a Page of Pentacles. I feel this is, and then, oh my God, I'm stuttering now. It's really, Page of Pentacles, new, fresh energy. Somebody is bringing something new in your life. So I feel there is somebody on the scene coming into your life. Now, I'm not saying that this will be immediately on January 1st, because that's not how it happens. But I feel that this is way later in the year. But for some Aquarians, it will be sooner. For some, it will be later. But it feels like, yes, it's a fated meeting, a fated, like destiny is involved. Like it's really, it could be really somebody that you can do these things with, that you can create a solid foundation and a family with, that will start a new cycle in your life in a solid relationship, and that you can share, and you have, this love for, and that person has love for you. And I'm talking about good love for you, and not somebody who's just a player who comes on the scene. Now, this feels very solid with these cards. I'm going to pull these, but first, before I'm saying that, is, of course, do remember this is a general reading, Aquarius. So if you're not resonating with this, or if nothing is happening, I would suggest to have a look at your rising sign video or your moon sign video. If you don't know those, go to astro.com, fill in your birth details, and you will know what is your ascendant sign and what is your moon sign. Now, for your ascendant and the moon as well, but more so for the ascendant, you really need your birth time, because otherwise we cannot calculate who is in the first house, who is on the horizon, what sign is on the horizon when you were born. So you really need to know that. So if you don't know, ask your parents, ask your family members, because some people may know. Have a look at your birth certificate. In some countries, or in most countries, it's on there. If it's not, then you will have to ask your family. But so also, if things resonate, take them along. If they don't resonate, don't panic. Don't say, oh, no, this is not happening in my life. What do I have to do? No, it's not like that. The cards are here to tell a story. But of course, because it's a general reading, they are not a story completely on you personal. So, and by the way, if you want a personal reading, I'm still having an offer until the 31st of December. So yes, you can see and check that out for personalized readings. But if it doesn't resonate, leave it behind. If it resonates, you take from these cards what you want. Now, the cards are not written in stone. They are flowing and ever changing. So what I'm doing now is I'm reading in this moment for you. Of course, if you make different choices, different things, for example, if you are single and you are on a dating app, and you're looking at those that are, always immediately connecting and wanting more and more and more immediately and going very fast, I would say it's your choice to go with that, or it's your choice to say, oh, hold on, I'm just going to because I want this for me. I don't want to play around. I want this, so I have to be careful. But those are choices you personally make, and I cannot do anything about that, and neither can the cards. So I'm always saying the cards tell a story, But you, and that's not from me, that's from a tarot reader, a very famous tarot reader and a very good tarot reader, Teresa Reed. She says, the cards tell a story, you write the ending. And that's because you have free will, and she's right in that. And I also do not want you to live according to these cards and only these cards, because that would be very wrong. The cards don't take away from your agency or your personal power. They just try to help you. So see them as a guidance and maybe like a little bit of a helping hand, but not as the complete truths or the written in stone fated destiny. No. Okay, let's have just a few more cards here. Yeah. You see, these cards already tell me that when I'm saying there is somebody showing up who can provide this, we have the Six of Wands, which is a success card. So victory, yes, there's somebody there. Two of Cups, yes, somebody for a real relationship, and another two. Those are those choices. The choices are yours ultimately, but there are options now. Now I feel that Two of Pentacles for me is more about these ships, the opportunities. So you have the opportunity to meet this special person that you can create a relationship with and share love with. That you can do that. Well, that person can be there. The option is there, the possibility is there. So these are beautiful cards. Now let's move on for those who are in a relationship and see what the cards say for you who are in a solid relationship and what you need to know there. Okay, so 8 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, oh, another death and rebirth. So there's a lot going on there as well. And 4 of Swords. I feel that inner work here, that death and rebirth, that inner transformation, and you going for simplicity, it's going to affect your solid relationship. Because it's going to make you want to be by yourself more. But I'm not saying that your relationship is bad, because I feel your relationship is solid enough and good enough and strong enough to survive or to deal with your need to be by yourself and your need to do this work, the inner transformation. And again, you have an 8 of Pentacles. That means for me that, either you're working hard on your relationship, but for me here, it's you're doing this work, this solitary work, this inner transformation work, and you put a lot of energy in that. And that sometimes makes you want to be by yourself. The Knight of Swords, running away. It feels like sometimes you need to be out of the relationship, but it's not like you're going to run away from the relationship. Your relationship is solid enough to withstand, because when we change, sometimes our partners don't understand that. And you need a good solid partner to understand that and to really help you and support you in that and to leave you the hell alone to do that work. And it's a bit of a lonely place to be, but I feel this is sort of your partner card, this 10 of Pentacles, like saying, I'm here for you, I'll be here for you, I'm solidly standing behind you while you do the work you need to do. While you are sorting out stuff with yourself, you may need to heal some stuff. Yes, that is here. There is maybe some stuff from the past, maybe something happening with other persons. I'm not saying your partner, maybe your ex-partner, maybe your family, maybe in your business. And things need to be sorted and you need to sort of process and heal them. And that takes a lot of energy from you. And it sort of makes you focus on yourself. This is this 8 of Pentacles. I feel here you're focused on that inner work from here. And you need a lot of time and space for that. But you have a very understanding partner. And in this case, I'm going to read this like this. This is a partner that's not going to run away from you. This is a partner that's going to stand by your side and support you. I'm going to leave it like that. I usually don't use reversals, but I do read some cards as if they were, reversed or in a more negative way coming out. So I'm going to leave it like this because you have a visual then that I'm seeing this as this partner solidly standing with you. Sometimes it's also you that needs to sort of run away for a moment and be by yourself. Yes, but I feel, on second thought, really, this is really more your partner who's not running away while you're doing your stuff that you need to do for yourself. Your healing, your processing, and that is sometimes very, it's a very personal thing. And yes, sometimes you need a supportive partner and a supportive family. You have that. They will not run away, and he will not, or she will not run away. But sometimes, you need to understand that sometimes they may get a little bit frustrated as well and say, listen, come on, what is this? And although your focus is mostly on you, of course, when you're in a relationship, you have to give to your partner as well. Just let me get a few more cards out here to see. Yeah, this partner of yours is really King of Cups, so this is non-gender card. This has nothing to do with gender. So your partner is supportive of you. They understand. It seems like they really understand what you're going through, and they're at your side, but they're sort of in the background at your side. They're not trying to fix you. You don't need somebody who's trying to fix you. You need somebody who understands you, who is there, who you can talk to when you need to, but who also stands in the background and lets you do your work, your inner work here. And then whenever you need them, they are there. They are there. That's good. That's good to have, Aquarius. If you have that, really treasure them, because those people are valuable and they're rare. I can tell you. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. The star for me is really that you need to do some healing, but it's also it also tells me that this relationship you're in is good, is solid, because you share, it's based on true love, and it's not conditional love. It's not about when I need you, you need to be there. When I say this, you need to do that, and you need to have this completely the same beliefs and same opinions and same values. No, there is this core foundation that is very solid, yes, because this knight is standing on this little hill very, very solidly. There is this understanding from your partner, but there is also, this relationship that you are in now, it feels like a relationship that heals if you've had previous relationships that have gone wrong or bad or that were exhausting you. This partner is there to help you heal and is there for you. I'm not saying constantly in your face there, because you don't need that. You need to be a little bit by yourself and do that work yourself. Nobody can do that for you, but they are supportive of that, and they understand it when you withdraw. They will not run away, so that's good. Love that, Aquarius. So let's see. The last thing we're going to do is, where are we? Let me have to look at my notes, because I just needed a list, because I wanted to touch on various subjects. But we're going to the oracle cards. Okay, so as you could see, I always take those cards randomly. So let's start. Gentle Gardener. I'm going to take the booklets as well. This is from the Enchanted Map Oracle, and it's number 2. It's already number 2, so it's very... I'm going to just do it like this. Okay. Gentle Gardener. As you can see, this person is watching over those fairies sitting on eggs. Eggs are representing also, things that are going to be born, that are being, growing inside. And it says like this: be your own person, be a conscious co-creator. Remember when we said simplicity, and we said also more authenticity? Well, this is it. The gentle gardener is visiting you at this moment in your life to remind you that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs create the reality you experience. She is the embodiment of the energy within you that is sent out into the field of co-creation and ensures that all that you are is reflected in the world of form. Are you aware of your thoughts? What is their quality? Believe in limitless possibility and you will see miracles unfold. The gentle gardener guarantees the integrity of everything you send out in the world. Stay positive and expect a wondrous return. Your garden is abundant with beauty. So it really goes well together with those cards, the death and rebirth, because there is you being reborn in the eggs, coming out as a new person, and you have to tend to that. You have to see that there are miracles are possible, to become more authentic, to weed out all the things that are not really you, that really don't belong to you, your being in the world, your vision, your values. And it's really tending to that process and caring for yourself in that process. It's important. Now, this card is from the Wisdom of the Oracle, and the Wisdom of the Oracle has always the face of spirit, see, in the pink box. So it's about exchanging gifts, 27. Now, let's see what this says, because this is a bit abstract, but sometimes when I start reading it, I go, oh, yes, of course. So it says, the law of giving and receiving, trade-offs, weighing costs and determining value. You're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them, yet in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. Remember when we had the business reading that it was that there were a lot of cups cards, where I said your heart needs to be in it. You need to be surrounded by people you trust. You need patience. You need clients you trust. You need collaborations or co-workers you can trust, and that have the same tuition, not, but the same beliefs, and their heart is in it. And I feel that here, exchanging gifts, this is what you're going to do this year, and your gift exchange is also with yourself. You're weeding out what is no longer good for you, no longer feeding you, nourishing you. And you're doing that for other people as well, but you're also doing that for yourself. You're giving the gift to yourself of, that's how I see this card, is that you give the gift to yourself of having the time to do that process of, change, that big inner transformation, because it can be overwhelming. Now let's see which spirit animal is there with you. Do I have them upside down or what? No. Hawk spirit is with you. Let spirit be your guide. Now, I don't often take the book for this, but in this case, I'm going to do that. And I feel, yes, you are being guided to do this inner work. Remember how many times the judgment card came out as well? So there is this calling for you to do this inner work. It's something that you may have avoided for a long time to do, to simplify things in your life, in your work, in your relationships. But now is the year to do so, and you are protected in that. So let me just have a look. Flying high above the landscape, the hawk sees both the big picture and the small details, observes the rain and the pond as well as the clouds, and doesn't miss anything. When hawk spirit arrives, you are called to pay close attention to the messages from spirit that can appear anywhere in any form. So there was also a lot of, with the judgment card there, with a lot of cups card, King of Cups was there. There was this call for you to listen to your gut instinct and to really start listening to what is important, what isn't important, and weed out the events, the people, and the things that are not important. Now, the last card is from the Moonology card deck, and it says, it's the gibbous moon. It says you're very close to achieving your goal. Just let me have a look. So it means that I feel that this card is really at the end of the year that really comes into play, because your goal is the simplicity. Your goal is to become more authentically you, and you're going to be able to do so. Just let me have a look if there's another message that you need to know, and I need to really see here because these cards don't have any numbers, so you have to go by the index. Okay, it's the gibbous moon. The gibbous moon gibbous means bulging. I didn't know that myself, but because I'm not English native speaker. Pulling this card at any time of the month suggests that the situation you're asking about is bulging with possibility in coming to a peak. Again, there's lots of possibility. Remember, you also had a star. The star has the healing, but also has opportunities and possibilities opening up to you. You're being reminded that some adjustments may yet be required before you get what you want, though you're certainly on the right track. So yes, you are on the right track. So that process you're doing is you're on the right track. You're really doing what is right at this moment. And again, there was the death and rebirth, and there was judgment. And those two cards are sort of, there is a lot of destiny involved in there. And like, yes, it has to be like that. So the more you can flow with that, the easier it's going to be. So, Aquarius, this seems like a very not an exhausting, but an exciting year, but not easy because, of course, doing this and weeding out all those things and really trusting to do that, that is hard. That is not the easiest thing to do. So really, I'm wishing you a lot of courage, and I'm wishing you also a lot of power to do so, and a lot of support from the people around you. And if you don't, if you feel like you're unbalanced or things are difficult, think about this word, but also ask for help. Don't do it all by yourself. Ask for help, because you need to do that. There were 2 3 of Cups that came out. Those are people that will support you, that can help you do this whole process. So don't hesitate to do that. So Aquarius, thank you for being here again. I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. I've promised my subscribers that if I reach 500, I will do a YouTube live where I will communicate. We can draw some cards. I will read for you, directly, online, live. And so I'm looking forward to reaching that number, and then we can do that, and we can meet up, and we can have a conversation. That will be fun. So subscribe, like, share, comment. If you want daily guidance, I do those as well. That's on my other social media. It's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. So you can find me there. Just put in my name, you will find me. Anyway, I thank you for being here. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful start of 2022, and that it may bring you all this work and very good outcome of that work. So Aquarius, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support, and speak soon. Bye for now.